Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we're taking a break from our regularly scheduled decode, which hopefully I'll get the next installment of that out this weekend. Um, I've still got to get the next part down. But in the meantime, just yesterday, I noticed something. Um, I grew up around grain bins. Um, Seen them every day. Um, in fact, and yesterday I noticed some of the very grain bins that I saw every day looked different to me, and it made sense, but they still look different. So I'm gonna go. I googled up, and we took a road trip, by the way, and all the grain bins looked exactly, pretty much the same, pretty much exactly, if that makes sense. So let's roll here. On the roofs, there's these things. Go all the way around now. This right here, this right here, if you can see my pointer, this right here, and here's one. And they make sense. I'm sure they're a vent, and it's a grain bin, so they store grain in it, so a vent would make sense. But I don't remember them. I saw them all the time. And they're just everywhere. They're all across this roof. And the ones that we went, you could see them all around, the ones we saw on our road trip. Here's some more, all the way around. And these were 1980s that I googled. I don't know if that's exactly what I got. Now that says 2020. But just here's some more. And there's at least one vent here, and one here, and I'm sure they go on and on. But these are a little closer to what I remember because they're not just completely all the way around everything. The roofs still aren't completely covered in them, but they're all over. Here, all these. And I'm not done here because I'm going to show something that looks more like what I remember. But so here, these look more like I remember. The roofs are pretty, just a roof. I don't see any, but up here, it does look like you have some of the vent thingies. But look at these. Look at this. Does anybody remember this on grain bins? Huh. And this was 90s grain bins that I looked up, 1990s. But even here, here's one here, one here. There's one here, and one here, and one here. And then you can see them on this one. And even this, you can see one here, one here. This roof looks a little more like I remember. But they're just everywhere. Look at these. They're absolutely everywhere. One here, one here. This whole rim is full of them. There's one here, one here, one here, one here. One here on this one. One over here on this one. And I did find one picture, that actually looked more like I remember when I typed 80s. Look at these. You have some ladders and some stuff up here, which there always was. But you don't see those venti things all the way around. That looks a lot more like the grain bins I remember from my past. And there's some just down the road from us, and we see them all the time. And only yesterday did either me or my fiance notice all these on the roof. Like I said, I've been around them my whole life, seen them my whole life, never saw anything on the roof, and now they're just there. You can see. But I remember them a lot more like this. Picture here. So what do you guys remember? Those of you who remember grain bins at all? Do you remember those venti things always being on the roofs, or do you remember them being more like, once again, more like this picture right here, where it was just a roof? Now, again, these things make sense to me. I understand. I mean, if they're vents, I understand why they're there. They make sense, but they'd never been there before. Look at this one. And back here, there's one. So, or this might not be one. But now they're everywhere, and as much sense as they make, I sure don't remember them existing in my past. So, I'll leave this video at that. And if you're like me and remember just the roofs on the grain bins and no roof full of vents, go ahead and thumb this video up. And if you remember that those vents have always been there, and that's always been a thing, and maybe this picture I found here of these is an exception, then go ahead and thumb this video right down. So that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully I'll get and then comment. Let me know what you think. I mean, if they've always been there. For me, they definitely haven't. It's definitely an effect for me. No question whatsoever. They just popped up literally overnight. So, but maybe it's not an effect for everybody. So, and I'll try to get the next installment of the decodes out so we can get moving on that. Hopefully this weekend or something. So, for now, guys, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.